Alright, yesterday I had trouble getting into reverse gear. After starting the car, I had trouble getting into reverse gear. So I've been looking into what could be the problem. I ultimately pushed the car back by foot and then just used first gear. So testing it, gets in the first gear. When the car is off, it's easy to shift into gears because there's no load. Although right there it's a little sticky. I'm not pushing in the clutch, so the clutch would make it a little bit easier, but there's no load on the car right now. There's nothing spinning, so it's easy to shift into gears when the car is off, even with the clutch pedal not depressed. I'm being told on ChatGPT that there's a shift linkage that's an issue, okay, and that could be an issue with getting into reverse gear, and the linkage is all in here, but I don't know if I really have a good way to test that, because it looks like you got to get underneath the car, because it goes into underneath those silver wires that are going to the right. I think are probably it. And then I just can't quite follow. They're saying that you need to remove the battery case and then have somebody shifting the gear and then watching to see how they engage. But that's looking at from the top. It might be better to look at from the bottom for the shift linkage. If the shift linkage is worn, damaged, or misaligned, it can make difficult to engage reverse gear. Inspecting and adjusting or replacing linkage can resolve this issue. So I didn't really think about shift linkage, and that's for a stick shift. I never really seen shift linkage before until I started asking ChatGPT, and it keeps referring to shift linkage. So that could be part of my problem. Clutch problems. If the clutch is not fully disengaging when you press the pedal, okay, when you press the pedal, and right now it's fully disengaging, it can cause difficulties in shifting into reverse. This might be due to issues with the clutch cable, hydraulic system. And I checked, see, that's the thing, I checked the hydraulic system, or I mean the fluid level for the hydraulic. All right, and I shake it, and it's close to max. So it's right here, and it's close to max. So that fluid level is good enough. So I can't blame the fluid. I'm suspicious of the shift linkage, the synchros, and gear teeth. The reverse gear typically does not have synchronizers like the forward gears do. If the gear teeth are worn or damaged, it can make it harder to engage reverse. So I could have damaged gear teeth. The transmission fluid, I'm not able to test the transmission fluid because stick shift cars don't have a dipstick for transmission fluids. That's only for automatics. So whether it's low or contaminated, it could make it harder to get into reverse gear, but I'm not able to test that without getting underneath the car. Internal transmission issues, internal problems within the transmission, such as worn or damaged gears, bearings, synchros, can cause difficulty getting into reverse. Bushings and mountings, I find interesting. They mentioned bushings and mountings, so I need to check that. Worn or damaged bushings or mounts in the shifter mechanism can cause misalignment. There's maybe a misalignment which can make it hard to shift into reverse. Right here it's stuck. Oh, there we go. It got stuck so bad yesterday. I got really concerned about that. Somebody told me, a mechanic told me that you know, maybe I could just move in second gear. Maybe to try to make it last, don't even use reverse. Just try to push it back when needed. But if I got to go up a hill in reverse, then I got problems. All right, and then also the clutch pedal was getting stuck yesterday, but now it's good. It was like when I depressed it, it wasn't coming up all the way. There was some kind of an issue with it getting stuck close to the bottom. And that could be a clutch hydraulic system, but I got enough fluid, and it is springy now, so the hydraulics can't be good. It could be clutch cable, if there's a clutch cable, clutch linkage, binding or worn, clutch pedal mechanism. The clutch pedal itself may be binding or have worn bushings, preventing it from returning properly, lubricating. Okay, or the clutch master or slave cylinder. So these are a couple of problems that are just developing over time. Clutch fork or pivot point, worn or damaged. So the problem, I mean, it's just so weird. It's a combination of sometimes this getting stuck, sometimes not getting in gear, but I'm not, the gears are not slipping when I'm going forward. I'm not slipping, and I'm not losing power noticeably. So it's just a matter of this not fully engaging sometimes, and this not getting. Yeah, there's a snap pound. It had to snap into place there. And I had to snap into place there. So now it's fluid. Okay. But sometimes it like gets stuck and then snaps, and then I have to push it a little harder and it snaps into place. Now what if I what if I start up the car and then shift gears? Okay, because that's where load is really putting pressure on the car. I'm just getting some things. Oh, I'll just keep my shoes out, close the door. So all right, how can I show this? All right, so we got, yeah, the shifter's out of gear. Say I just want to start it up and go back and forth a little bit. Okay, starting up. All right, and it takes a few minutes. It takes 30 seconds for this to all engage. So now, yesterday I was having trouble now there's load, okay? There's load to get into reverse. Oh, I got the dashboard unplugged, that's right. it's right there. Okay, that's fine, I think. All right, now I want to get in the reverse gear. So I push in the clutch. All right, no problems actually. I wonder if the heat yesterday caused problems. All right. All right, once again, all right, it's fine actually, but I'm gonna turn it off. I was having difficulties. Yesterday was like just last night. I couldn't get it into reverse. I kind of tried to muscle it in, and then it was just trying to fall out of the gear. So there's some kind of gear alignment that happens from time to time, where both and this was bad. Like the clutch pedal was getting stuck halfway. It wasn't as springy. It wasn't coming up all the way, and I was having trouble getting it into reverse gear. And I like to put it in the first gear when it's having difficulty getting into reverse gear, which is not right now. I like to go through all the gears, and that feels like it loosens things up, and then I can get it in the reverse gear. I don't always like to muscle it into reverse. So it's from time to time it's getting periodically stuck, and last night really concerned me, so I was looking into this today. And it's just hard to tell, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and I just don't know what to I don't know if I want to be spending all kinds of money. Checking this linkage thing would be interesting. Does anybody around Milwaukee, Wisconsin know how to check the linkage? Go underneath and check the linkage. That could be a potential issue.